Hello, everyone, and welcome to Metro TV. I'm your host, Andy Hoig, publisher and CEO of Metro Magazine. Today, we have a great show, so don't go away. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone. I'm here with Corey Nelson. She is the Development and Marketing Director at the Midlands Humane Society. Corey, thank you for joining me today.
My pleasure. I'm excited to be here.
A lot of things coming up. You got a big gala that we're going to talk about in a little bit, but let's just first talk about Midlands Humane Society and who are you and who do you serve? Let's just start there.
Start from step one. So Midlands opened up in 2015. We took over kind of the adoption services that had been happening through a volunteer group at Animal Control. So we opened our doors through lots of, 10 years of fundraising and all of that. So we are in our 6th year of operation. We house about 150 animals on a regular basis. Sometimes it's more. Sometimes we have animals out in foster homes. We adopt out cats, dogs, kittens, and then some small animals as well.
And who do you serve demographic wise?
So we actually, as far as our contracts go, we serve the city of Council Bluffs and Potawatomi County, but we adopt out to regions far greater than that geographic location. So we have people that drive hours across state lines to find the right animals. So that's really exciting, is that we have a pretty broad reach. Yeah.
And I mean, I'm an animal lover. I have rescue kitties. I've had them all my life, and especially adult life. Kitties are a part of my life. And yeah, I think the work that you do is so important. So let's just talk. Let's talk about the gala, and then I want to talk about how people can support you in addition to the gala. But you have your upcoming gala, and you had to pivot a little bit this year.
We did.
Yeah.
Little side dance. Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. We joke our theme that we coined months prior to COVID-19 happening was 2020 vision. So we kind of wonder how great our 2020 vision was a little bit. So we're sticking with 2020 vision, and basically it was just looking back at our first 5 years and then really looking forward, because animal welfare and rescue organizations, animal shelters have changed dramatically. And I think our role is becoming bigger and bigger, not just for the animals, but also for the people that those animals touch each and every day. So we really have heartwarming stories to share with people. We want to introduce some awesome adoptable animals because we have them in our building each and every day. We are thrilled to have you as one of our hosts and MCs, along with Donna Dostal at Potawatomi County Community Foundation. So we are going virtual. It will be happening on September 18th, starting at 7 p.m. So we want people to log in. No registration fee. It is entirely free to log in. We hope we can get hundreds of people online. And the fun starts a week ahead of time, though. I should mention September 11th. Make sure you register by 5 p.m. and you'll be entered into win a $100 gift card. So log in. You can do that via text or email. And actually, if they want to text MHS Gala 2020, and the number is 243725. I think you guys have a graphic on that.
Yep.
Or you can go to the website at midlandshumanesociety.org/events. So registration is super easy. Heartwarming stories, some information about our shelter, some donors and supporters will be on there, some staff and board. And then also we will have our silent and our live auctions, as well as our kind of raise the paddle for just those donations that are needed so much to come to the building.
Yeah, which, I mean, donations are so important. And I just have to say, I've got my kitty Raj over here that's meowing at me. So I'm kind of looking over here and I'm like, what's going on? I think he just wants my attention.
He wants some time. That's fine.
But yeah, animal companionship, I think, is so important. And I've grown up with animals when I was younger, and then when I went out on my own, it's just so important. They're such a contribution to our
Right.
life. And organizations like, like the Midlands Humane Society, it's important because people, you care for these animals until they can find homes.
Right.
And I have to thank you for that. And
Well,
with COVID-19 too, let's just talk about that a little bit, about how
okay.
that's impacted your organization.
Okay. So obviously not just pivoting for the event. The major pivot of the year was when that emerged upon us. We did make some changes. We were fortunate that all of our staff was able to stay in the building. We were able to care for animals each and every day. We had to cut back on some volunteer time, and it was mostly just staff happening.
Yeah.
We were fearful that animals were going to be surrendered at an alarming rate. And fortunately, we didn't find that. So people were really able to keep their pets by and large. We did have lots of adoptions. So we went to an appointment only model just to control the number of people in the building, increase sanitation standards, masks, all of those CDC guidelines that we were following. And the appointments went relatively smoothly. So we were able to accommodate people's schedules. And then we just stopped doing the appointment only model just on August 16th. So people can come in, check the adoptable animals on our website, and then they can come in and meet and greet with those animals. We still ask for appointments only if we can, for strays getting brought in. If you're having trouble with your animal for behavior issues, maybe there's a financial hardship, please give us a call. We might be able to work with you and keep that animal in your home, which is hopefully what you're wanting as well. So we can work with you. If you have a euthanasia that needs to be done or a cremation, we want to make sure we have the staff present when you pop in so that we can give you the most attention that we can and in the best way possible. So we will help anybody that comes to the door, but that just really helps our customers as well.
Yeah. Well, Corey, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to September 18th. And like you said, people can register a week ahead or need to register a week ahead. And
even now.
Yeah. And it's going to be a great virtual fundraising event for the Midlands Humane Society. So again, thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you soon.
Thank you so much.
So welcome everybody. I'm Andy Hoy, and I'm here with Jenny Hetz. She is a Go Red for Women survivor, and we're going to be talking about her story and the 2020 Go Red for Women Expo coming up at the end of September. Jenny, thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, thank you. You bet.
Well, let's just first start off. I mean, we've been involved in the Go Red for Women Expo, for years and years. And I always know that a big part of that event is, the survivor aspect, because heart disease is so important and it does affect women. So I just want to kind of dive in and tell us your story. I mean, why am I sitting here talking to you?
Okay. Well, it was 12 years ago now. So, and I was 32. And I had a heart attack, full-on heart attack.
Wow.
My son was 8 days old. It was a very rare kind of heart attack.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's called SCAD, spontaneous coronary artery dissection. So my LAD just kind of blew apart, and I got 3 stents and was sent on my way to deal with all the trauma. And it's been a ride. So yeah. And long story short, I have hereditarily high cholesterol, which who would have thought? I've always been pretty healthy and active and trim, and I didn't know my numbers. And So one of my arteries was having to work extra hard because it was blocked from high cholesterol that I'd had since I was a child. And I wasn't on top of it. I didn't know.
Yeah,
So
'cause at age 32, you don't know that, nor are you thinking about high cholesterol.
yeah, there's no rhyme or reason, and there's no, it's not just an old people's disease, and heart disease is a scary thing. And I was unaware, and the pregnancy put me at a higher risk, and it was like a time bomb waiting to happen. And I'm really lucky even to be alive. So
Yeah. So like, what were your symptoms? I mean, how did you,
well, first of all,
and what like brought you to the hospital?
Yeah, I was delirious because I had just given birth, first of all. And women a lot do not have classic heart attack symptoms.
Yeah.
I did. My throat started closing. I started panicking. My heart was racing. And my left arm actually even went numb. And I hit the dust. I passed out on my floor. And my mom was in town from the holidays and having my son and my husband at the time, they were both there. Thank goodness they saw it happen. And my mom put a baby aspirin under my tongue, and they called the ambulance, and the ambulance came and got me. And even the emergency room didn't really know what to do with me. They thought maybe it was a seizure until they finally did an EKG, and they were like, oh my goodness, you're having a heart attack. So
yeah. And I think 12 years ago, I mean, I'm not a doctor and whatnot, but I think 12 years ago too, heart disease for women, there's so much more research, and there's so much, we're looking at that in different ways. And maybe 12 years ago, you actually weren't looking at that.
Yeah. No, not at all. It's grown leaps and bounds. And, that's why I love supporting the American Heart Association Go Red for Women campaign, because heart disease in women is, it's very common, and people just are not aware of it. It doesn't judge who it's going to attack. It's a silent killer. Yeah. I didn't know that I was a time bomb waiting to happen. And, that is what the American Heart Association does. And the Go Red for Women campaign, we are raising awareness so women are aware. It's a deadly disease. Kills more women than all cancers combined.
That is crazy. And I know for years that's, this event really, it brings that awareness up. But I know the American Heart Association is constantly pushing that message out. But it does take having interviews like this and talking to somebody who's been through it, because, it just was not something that was even in your mindset. And also just having a baby. Yeah. You're thinking about your baby.
Yeah, it was twofold. It was very difficult.
Yeah. So we've talked about heart disease is deadly for women, and it doesn't always show the classic signs. The Go Red for Women movement. So how long have you been involved? Have you been, I think probably at past events?
Yes, I have. Immediately after I got through the whirlwind of what happened, and got a grip on my anxiety and my fear and the post-traumatic stress that I had. And I got a grip on that. But those first couple years were a real big fog. And I did what I could, but there was little known about the type of heart attack I had. And now I'm in a study at the Mayo Clinic, and there's a lot more being found out about it. And I just feel so much better telling my story because I actually understand it. So this year, I got chosen by the National Go Red for Women campaign, class of 2020 Real Women. And there's 8 of us, and we got to go to New York and do a lot for the American Heart Association already this year. It's kind of been put on hold a little bit because of the whole COVID, but so I'm really trying to get my word out on more of a national level, just because if it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. So.
Yeah. I mean, and this is, I'm going to kind of spring a question on you that you maybe wasn't on our, list of questions. Okay. I mean, do you have like a couple things, or what are 2 or 3 things that you would suggest to women to just be ultra aware of?
Well, you need to know your numbers. Even if you're doing the best you can and you're healthy and you eat well and you exercise, you still need to know your numbers, your cholesterol numbers, your body mass index numbers, your blood pressure, your body sugar. You need to know all of those things, because even if you don't think you're affected, you could be. So that's the number one thing, if just be as healthy as you can, which I already was. So You just got to be aware of your family history and your numbers.
Yeah. So let's the next minute, let's just talk about the Go Red for Women, the event coming up, just the basics, because it is virtual this year. Like so many events are going virtual. The date, or is there a timeline, or?
Yes, it is Tuesday, September 29th from noon to 1.
Okay.
Yep.
And then
virtual.
people,
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
The website is www.heart.org/Omaha Go Red.
Okay. Yeah, which it's an important event. Again, I hope next year that, we can be back together, but I am so happy that we're having it this year, and it is virtual, because there's so much great information, and go to the website to find out even more. Yeah. But like you said, how can women take care of their health is know their numbers. That's probably the number one thing. And from there, you can kind of figure out, what do I need to do? And that's a doctor. People can, tell you what to do. And also the website for the American Heart Association. Yes. So much great information.
It's a great tool. It really is. Yeah. Great.
So Jenny, I just want to thank you, for coming on and chatting with me today. And so glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, and thank you for the information.
You're welcome. Thank you for spreading the word and supporting Go Red for Women.
Yeah. And folks, again, American Heart Association, their events coming up, and check it out. So we will be right back. Well, welcome everybody. I am here with Sherry Dickmeyer. She is the founder, executive director of FITGirl Inc. and Jill Banaszak, the Go Girl 5K race director. Welcome, ladies. Thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
So let's just first, we're going to talk about the Go Girl 5K, always happening on Labor Day this year. Benefiting FITGirl, having that relationship for the second year in a row. But Jill, let's just talk about the 5K, the Go Girl 5K.
Absolutely. So the Go Girl Run, this is the 23rd year of it being in fruition, and it's a 5K race put on by the Omaha Running Club that is focused on supporting and collaborating with women and girls, trying to build confidence and trying to re-emphasize or emphasize the importance of physical activity and how that relates to all aspects of their life.
Absolutely. I mean, I've done this a couple times. And again, I think a couple years ago I did the first one, but 23 years, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And like I said, this year, it benefits FITGirl. So Sherry, let's talk a little bit about FITGirl. You are the founder. This is your baby, so to speak, though it's not necessarily a baby because you've been doing it for a while, but let's talk about FITGirl.
Yeah, this is a perfect match, and I'm so excited that they chose FITGirl to partner with us on this. It's just so exciting. So I feel so blessed to be part of this. And with everything going on right now, this is really, really something that needs to happen, and I'm glad it's happening because we've got to stay out there in front of those girls. FITGirl is all about just like with the Go Girl Run, empowering girls to stay physically active, physically fit, and mentally healthy as well. Yeah. And getting outside and running or participating in any other physical activities is super important, especially now. And we want to engage and encourage girls to continue doing that. Where there's a will, there's a way. We can figure this out and make it happen. And we work with girls ages 8 to 16 all throughout Omaha. We've got some things coming up. We're going to work with the Omaha public school system and try to do some online remote courses for them. And then out in Northwest and West Omaha, try to work with the other school districts and get girls to partner with high school girls through a mentorship program. And they actually would help facilitate our program. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah. And again, FITGirl, it's so important. And the contribution it makes to young women in this community is huge. Where can people go to find out more information? Because I know you've got a website with a lot of information. So
Yeah. Yep. Our website is FITGirlInc.com. We also daily post on both Instagram and Facebook. FITGirl Inc. on Facebook, FITGirl Omaha on Instagram.
And again, doing so many things in the community, but again, this 5K run, I love the synergy between the Go Girl Run and FITGirl. People wanting to register for this 5K that's coming up on Labor Day, the 7th. I can't believe it's going to be
Almost
September
here.
7th here, but where can we go, Jill, to register for this event?
Absolutely. You can check out the Omaha Running Club website, or Go Girl itself has a website, gogirlrun.weebly.com.
And refresh my memory, typically I think it starts like at 8 o'clock in the morning.
8 a.m. starts the 5K. Yep. And there's also a kids run. So if you have little kiddos, it's about a 2-block run there and back. So that will kick off right after the run is completed.
Yeah. And the run starts at Peak Performance on 76th and Cass.
That's right. Yep. So there's the Keystone Trail. So it's nice and flat. It's a perfect 5K for somebody that's just stepping into running. And this might be one of their first races. Again, all about support and how we come and can continue to empower each other.
And just lastly, with COVID-19, are you doing anything? Have you taken, is it a little different? Are there different, you're not doing the virtual, which a lot of people were doing earlier in the summer. So I'm glad we can all get together, but what kind of
it does look different this year.
Yeah.
And so it'll be nice to get back to normal. Normally we have a big post-race party with the Pancake Man. We do a raffle for the people that are there. But this year it'll be more just obviously social distancing, etc. But there'll be take-home packages as far as the post-race snack and things like that. They can take with them as they leave. So we hope to be congregating again soon, but for right now, meeting in person, it just looks a little different.
Yeah, but I'm glad that you're actually, you're having the race where we can get together, with the various precautions, but being able to gather on the 7th of September for this event. So Sherry, I'm going to give you the last 30 seconds. Anything else you want to say about FITGirl?
I would love for people to check out the website and the Facebook, because we're going to start launching all of our programs in September after the race. So for more details, please go to the website, sign up for our newsletter. And there's going to be a lot for girls ages 8 to 16. There's going to be a lot out there. So please follow us.
Yeah. Well, thank you for everything you're doing. Jill, thank you. I'm excited to participate, and I will see you both on September 7th. So thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you everyone for joining me today on metroTV. Learn more about what's going on in the Omaha community, like our Facebook page, Metro Magazine, all one word, or visit spiritofomaha.com. And we will see you back here next week.